Ram 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 to everyone. Shubhodaya.
Ram Ram Ram.
Okay, so let us start.
Ram Ram Ram.
Let us start the class with Prarthana. Okay. Gurureva gatihi gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guro paramam shishurasmi guro matirasti guro mama pahi guru gurureva gatihi gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guro paramam shishurasmi guro Matirasti guru mama pahi guru gurureva gatihi gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guru paramam shishurasmi guru matirasti guru mama pahi guru. So Viswanatha Mahodaya is here. I request him to start his presentation without my coming in between, because children are waiting for him. They are very interested and eager to listen to the session. Dhanyavadaha. Swagatam. Okay, please unmute your audio. Please unmute yourself, Mahodaya.
इदानीं श्रूयते वा?
श्रूयते.
श्रूयते. अस्तु अस्तु. मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं. सर्वेभ्यः राम राम राम. सुप्रभातम्.
Ram Ram Ram.
सुप्रभातम्. राम राम राम.
राम राम. सुप्रभातम्.
Ram Ram.
धन्यवादाः.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram 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 Kanna. So Asmabihi, we discussed two important aspects in the first few classes. After that, we have gone to the third important aspect. What are those two important aspects? Quick revision. First aspect was? Go ahead.
Hrasvam and Dirgham.
Hrasva swaraha, dirgha swaraha. Okay. The next aspect, Nagaraj.
Alpa Prana Mahaprana.
Alpa pranaha mahapranaha. So in the initial classes, we will get introduced to the words. As we proceed, we have to get the words right. Hraswaha or hrasvaswaraha, dirghaswaraha. Swaraha is the word, it becomes swaraha. Similarly, alpa pranaha, mahapranaha. So like this, we will get it. Now this also, these two we finished, and then we started entering the area called as Ayogavaha. Here we had new set of friends, and out of that, first we started, we just saw the four people who are the four friends: Anuswaraha, Visargaha, Jihvamuliyaha, Upadhmaniyaha. So four words we have seen. Out of this, we started with Anuswaraha, wherein that dot we call it as Anuswara. Technically, there are a lot of definitions. There are some more nuances which are there. For now, we will take it as the dot which is there above the letter. That it comes only after a swara, and even cham tam, it still is at the end of only there. Anuvartate swaran va swaranam anuvartati, therefore it is anuswara. There are some technical definitions. We will keep it aside for now. We will know for now that a dot which is there, which kind of gives the pronunciation that dot is called as anuswara. Out of this, we saw two important rules. The first rule was, we had a small confusion. Rather, you were all very clear. I had a small confusion saying, when should I use a dot and when should we use ma with the stroke? That is like Padmarkam, Aharnisham, Bhaktanam. All three are sound only. But still in one place we put a dot. In other places we put ma with the stroke. When should we put this? When should we put that? That was a small doubt which we had confusion, and that we got clarified by two rules actually. The first rule was, if there is a vyanjanam after that or a consonant after that dot, it should continue as a dot. And if there is a swara after that it will become ma with the stroke. So aham plus atra, if you write like this, it is wrong. It should be aham ma with the stroke and atra. The second rule was, at the end of any sentence or at the end of a phrase, when we are going to pause and there is nothing after that, after this word there is nothing following, like here we just have an aham and there is nothing following, we have a comma and it is just there, after that there is no word or sentence, so there we go to aham. Similarly, gachamyaham is also at the end, but when it comes to aham plus gachami, since it is a consonant which is a vyanjanam, we have to use a dot. Now the next important question was, what is the difference in pronunciation between this dot and ma with the stroke? Who can explain the difference? Amog, you have answered. Anybody else? Anybody else? Quickly, what is the difference between dot and ma with the stroke? Sriram Karthik, you will tell. What is the difference between aham atra using a dot, which is the anuswara, and aham atra, which is ma with the stroke? Who wants to tell? Nobody is raising hands. All of us are awake. We are listening. Quickly, what is the difference? Dyuti, you forgot. What is the difference? Shrideep Joshi. What is the difference? Ramcharan. Manya. Difference between dot and ma with the stroke while pronouncing. How should we pronounce it differently?
Sir, with in the first row, in the aham, there is a pronunciation in the ha, which is turned with the ang matra. There is ang. That pronunciation is changed, and with the second one, which is the correct one, in the pronunciation is aham.
Okay, you told the pronunciation correctly. So the answer is, there is no difference at all. In pronunciation, there is actually no difference. While writing, this difference is there. Okay. So aham atra, aham atra. No difference at all in pronunciation. Okay. So it is the same. Just while writing, there is a difference. This is what we should remember. Okay. Thanks, Dyuti. Then we went to the next set of rule 2a. In this rule, what we saw, who can chant this shloka quickly? Correctly? Okay, Sriram Karthik, quickly.
Mukadurgandanashaya dantanam cha vishuddhaye Stevanaya cha gatranam kurveham dantadavanam.
Very good. So just we need to see the Mahapranas a little bit more carefully. But the point which we wanted, you pronounced it correctly. Mukha, it is not what we said. It is not gamdha. It is not gum fevicol like that. No, it is gandha. Okay. Mukha durgandha nashaya danta nancha vishuddhaye. The next word is very important. It is shthi. Shthi. It is not Steve as in Steve Jobs. It is shthi. Shtivanaya cha. Shthi. Sha, sha. We have already discussed while doing consonants. Shtivanaya cha gatranam kurve handantadhavanam. So we saw the difference here. So what is the difference? Punyashri, you can tell whether this gamdha, damta is this correct? The below one with question marks are correct, or the ones in the shloka is correct? Which is correct, Punyashri? Quickly, you can tell.
Sir, the shloka where they have used na and dha.
Very good. Now
they
the
have
question.
used ardhana with dha.
Very good.
If we want
that we cannot do it with this am and aha. We have to write it as ardhana and da itself.
Very good.
Then
Now, why? The question is that is correct, but why is it correct? Why we should
sir,
not write
if we
like
write it like that, we'll spell it like gamdha, not gandha.
So these two are wrong. So what happens? What is the rule? So within a word itself, this is a mandatory rule actually. Within the word anuswara, when it is followed by a vargiya vyanjana. Vargiya vyanjanas are katuma, ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, that kavarga, chavarga, tavarga, tavarga, pavarga, those 5 into 5, which is those 25. So when it is followed by a vargiya vyanjana, the anuswara is replaced by the 5th letter of that varga itself. So if kavarga letter is there, kavarga letters 5th letter should come. So therefore we saw the examples angaha. So it cannot be angaha. We cannot, you should not choose it as angaha. It is angaha. Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. All coming from the kantha only. All are from the same place. Second one, cha, cha. We say cha, 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 ja, ja, nya. That same. So pancha, ncha, ncha. Both come from the same place. So therefore, we say we're writing pancha like this, especially those of us who are introduced to Hindi, and there we write letters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There panch we write like this. We put one more a ki matra here and like panch we write like this. That we should not bring that knowledge here and write it differently. But here it is angaha and pancha like this. Now the question is very important question. Sir, why are you telling all this? You are doing a pronunciation class. You are getting into grammar class. What is the difference in pronunciation? Is there a difference in pronunciation? Tejas, quickly you can tell.
Pancha pamcha.
Sir, you're on mute.
Sorry, can you tell the difference between again?
Pamcha pancha. There is a difference. Pamcha.
Yeah, pancha, pamcha, anga, amga. So like this, that is the difference. So there is difference in pronunciation and we have to show that difference compulsorily if it comes within a word. Till here we are done. Now the most important question. Sir, if it comes within the pada or if it comes between two independent meaningful words, then what is the question? What happens to this rule? Okay, quickly, Kavyashri, can you read this shloka? Punyashri, Kavyashri, can you read this shloka?
Yes, sir. Mukadurgantanashaya dantanam cha vishuddhaye Stevanaya cha gatrana guruveham dantadavanam.
Okay, we have to again focus on the Mahapranas correctly. Mukha, Durgandha, Dha, Mahaprana. We have to tell it properly. So Vishuddhaye, even that we have to tell it properly, Kana. Start focusing on that. But the question is about those two pink marks which we have done. How should we pronounce that? Can you pronounce that portion again? Okay, Ansita, go ahead. Pronounce
Sir,
this.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We'll ask Ansita to try now. Ansita,
Okay,
that second line where we have that mark, that you try again.
Sir, dantanam cha vishuddhaye
Okay.
Stevanaya cha gatranam urveham dantatavanam.
So Danta Dhavanam, Dha Mahaprana. All the letters also during the revision class with our teachers. Let us practice the letters again. Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. All these consonants we have to practice 5 times, 10 times. We have to practice, and then we have to do the Sarala Padani also. Then our basic letters will sit properly. Our shlokas will also, both of these will sit together properly. Okay. Now the question is, listen to the question properly. We will see who can answer this properly. Should it be Danta Nam Cha Vishuddhaye or Danta Nancha Vishuddhaye? Nancha should it be or Namcha? The next one. Which one? Okay. Namcha. Okay. Same way. Ham Danta. Han. Okay. Second one is Handanta or Hamdanta. One or two. Hamdanta. Hamdanta. Okay. Hamdanta. Okay. So let us see this. So what the rule says, we will see. Now, at the end of a word or between two meaningful words, when it comes, we can do both. Both are correct. For example, see these 3 examples. When we say Tvam plus Krishna, how do we pronounce it? Tvam Krishna. We pronounce it together. We can pronounce it as Tvam Krishna or Twang Krishna. Both are correct. So if I come back here to the example, Danta Nancha is also correct. Namcha is also correct. Hamdanta, Handanta, both are correct. So if it is not within one single word itself, if it is between two meaningful independent words and it comes within the pada of the shloka, optionally we can either use Tvam Krishna or Twang Krishna. We can use the 5th letter. 5th means what? Panchama Varna of that Varga. And our Sanskrit scholars and all will call it as Varga Panchama. Okay. So that is the word they use. Varga Panchama. 5th of that Varga. You can either use that or you can use Anuswara. Okay. Clear? Okay. Who can, all these 3 words, who can pronounce it properly? Both these options, you have to pronounce it correctly. Who can do it? Ramcharan, you want to try quickly? So you have to pronounce it, each dash plus dash equal to dash or dash. You have to tell it like that.
Tvam Krishna.
Okay. Tvam plus Krishna equal to?
Tvam plus Krishna is equal to Tvam Krishna. Then
what is the first word? How is the first one to be pronounced?
Tvam.
Correct. Tvam plus Krishna equal to dash. That first option, there are 2 options. Show the difference in pronunciation between these 2 options.
In the first one, it says Twan, and the second one, it says Tvam.
So how should you pronounce the full word now?
In the first one, we should pronounce it fully Twan Krishna. The second one, Tvam Krishna.
Okay. So the first one is Twang Krishna. The second one is Tvam Krishna. Now, okay. Thanks, Ramcharan. Next, Venkatesh Giri. Can you try the next one? Can you try these 2? Dash plus dash equal to dash and dash. How to pronounce this? Can you try this?
Ram. Venkatesh doesn't know how to read Sanskrit.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. We will catch it up. No problem. Thank you. Nidarshana, you want to take it up? Nidarshana?
Sir, I
Okay.
don't know to read.
Okay, pa. Okay. So we will come to Amog Siddh.
Okay, sir. Dhanam plus Dehi is equals to Dhanandehi,
Or
or it can be said as Dhanam Dehi.
beautiful. Very good. Next one.
Mam plus Pahi can be said as Mam Pahi or Mam Pahi.
Okay. The advantage with Mam Pahi is both sound similar only. Okay. Only 1 and 2 we have those differences. So we have done that. Okay. So beautiful. Now we know the when to use the fifth letter of that varga and when to use Anuswara dot and what is the difference. Now quickly, this shloka, who can chant this shloka was not done till now. Somebody who has not done till now. Who is this? Sadhana. Okay.
Can I say? Sir, can
I'll
I
come to you.
say?
Aditya and Sriram, I'll just come to you. I'll come.
Can I say?
Sadhana, you can just quickly tell the shloka.
Ayurbalam yasho varchaha prajapasuvashuni cha brahma pragyam cha medham cha tvam no dehi vanaspate.
Very good. Good effort. Very nice. Good. Well said. Now there is a small question actually. Now, sometimes we have heard people chanting it as Ayurbalam yasho varchaha. For example, in the Vishnu Sahasranamam, when you are listening to that initial shlokas, there is a shloka called Paramam yo mahattejaha Paramam yo mahattapaha. That if you listen to some recordings, it will be Paramayyo mahattejaha Paramayyo mahattapaha Paramayyo mahad brahma Paramayyav parayanam. They pronounce like this. Now, which of these are correct? No. Which of these are correct? Param ayurbalanyasho. So I'll repeat the question. Balanyasho varchaha or ayurbalam yasho varchaha. This is the first question. Let us come to the next one. This shloka we will have Shreyas. Shreyas, you can chant this shloka.
Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Nrisimham Bhishanam Bhadram Nityam Namamyaham.
Excellent. Very well chanted. The Mahapranas and all, mostly you told very well. So now we come to the question.
Can I
Is
say,
it-
sir?
Yes, Kanna. I will just give you one more chance, Kanna. I'll just come to you. So Ugram Viram Mahavishnum or Ugram Viram Mahavishnum. In some chanting and all, they will say Ugram Viram Mahavishnum. They don't close the lips actually. So which one is correct is the question here. Okay, I will just continue and go ahead with the answer. So what happens when these three letters ya, va, la? So we saw Anuswara with Vyanjanas. We saw Anuswara with Vargiya Vyanjanas. And what happens? Now we are seeing Anuswara with ya, va, la. These three letters. Then there is a nasal ya, nasal va, nasal la with the small doubling effect. So, for example, sam plus yamaha can be chanted optionally as sanyamaha or samyamaha. So we can say Ayurbalanyasho varchaha. That is also correct. Ayurbalam yashovarchaha is also correct because this is an optional rule. Similarly, Ugram Veeram Sam plus Vatsaraha Samvatsaraha. So you can chant it that way, or Samvatsaraha. That is also correct. Similarly, Sam plus Lapaha Sanlapaha or Samlapaha. Both are correct. As you go to the advanced classes, you will know more about these. For example, in the Ramayana also, Sankshepa Ramayanam, some of you attended the previous class. There we had this. Kon vasmin sampratan loke gunavan kascha vidyavan. So sampratan loke, there it was taught. Then we were asking, is it sampratam loke or sampratan loke? So these were the options. So like this, the final result is both are correct. Just like we saw in the between two words Anuswara, this is also optional. Both are correct. If any of you are even attending Vedic classes, then you will know that we chant the first type, and in our shlokas, we for both are correct actually. Okay, so these are some of the parts of Anuswara. Quickly, we will just summarize one single chart. This summarizes everything. So when ma with the stroke is followed by a consonant or vyanjanam, it remains as Anuswara. It becomes an Anuswara. We don't write ma with the stroke. That is the aham vande, ramam vande and all what we saw. Similarly, when Anuswara comes with ka, cha, ta, ta, pa, first 5 lines, the respective nga, nya, na, na, ma gets adesha, and ya, la, va, we have the ya, la, va, the nasal form of ya, va, la. They are called sanunasikas or anunasika ya, la, vas. Okay, the nasal form, that is what they are called. So first time when we hear, it will be so much technical, so much they are telling you, it will be like that. But it first somewhere we have to listen to these first time. So all of these will be revised during your revision classes also. Now we are going to the next important aspect. What is the next important aspect after Anuswara?
Visarga.
Visarga. Absolutely. What is Visarga? Aditya, what is Visarga? Visarga, what is Visarga?
Sir, can I
Visarga.
say, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
The 2 dots after a letter is called Visarga.
Absolutely. The 2 dots, and they are generally used vertically. The Anuswara, since it is one, you don't know vertical or horizontal, it just goes and sits on top. But since there are 2 now, you know that these 2 are vertical, straight, like a straight vertical line it is there. So 2 dots are there, 2 vertical dots after the Visarga, after any letter is called Visarga. So,
So from a letter we put the visarga like this. Right?
like this we put. Absolutely.
You have to put it that.
That you have to put it that way. Here we have to put it like this. Okay, super. So aha, kaha, chaha, taha. These are some of the examples. Now the question, very important question. When we have a word like this, hari and 2 dot, should we tell it as hari ha or hari hi?
Sir, the second is right.
Second one.
Second one.
Harihi.
Guru, will it be guru ha or guru hu?
Guru.
Guru.
Okay. Hare ha or hare he?
Hare.
Very good. You all know everything properly. When I was a child like you, or even now I keep getting doubts. When this dot is aha, so should it be hari ha or hari hi? but you are all telling beautifully correct. So it is, so what happens, these two dots are like this patika. This patika gem you have seen, it takes the color of something which on which it is sitting. So like this, these two dots, they take the pronunciation of the last letter. That is the last most, like Hari, E. So Hari, in Hari we told E last. So it will become Ihi. In Guru, it will become Uhu. In Hare, it will become Ehe. Like this. So this we have to remember. And even while writing these dictation and all, sometimes we get doubt. When they say Hari Hi, we will write Hari and then we'll put one Hakara, that Yara Lava Shasha Saha, and we'll put He for that. That we should not do. That is why we should know when it is He and when it is this Visarga. So all these mistakes, when it happens, because I used to do all these mistakes, sometimes now also we do. That is, we while doing a dictation test, Hari Hi, they will tell, the teacher will tell. We will write it as Hari and we will write Ha with an E. There we lose half mark or 1 mark. That is why if we know this concept, two dots, they take the pronunciation of the previous last letter, we will not get that doubt. Okay, quickly we will do one or two important rules in this. This Visarga has many sub rules actually, but quickly we will try to do one or two. Somebody who has not chanted a shloka at all today, if they can chant this shloka. I think Siddhi has not chanted. Okay, I'll just come. Manya, go ahead. Manya.
Yashivo nama rupabhyam ya devi sarvamangalaah tayoho samsmaranat punsam sarvato jayamangalam.
Okay, so can you chant the shloka again once more slowly?
Okay, sir. Yashivo nama rupabhyam ya devi sarvamangalaah tayoho samsmaranat punsam sarvato jayamangalam.
Okay, Ya Devi, after that what is the word?
Sarvamangala.
Now can we chant the shloka again?
Yasho nama rupabhyam ya devi sarvamangala tayo samsmaranat punsam sarvato jayamangalam.
Okay, now while chanting, if you see how Manya chanted, she said Yashivo. So she didn't tell Yaha Shivo Nama Rupabhyam, or she didn't tell Tayoho Samsmaranat Pumsam. She didn't tell like that. She said Tayo Samsmaranat Pumsam. Why? What happened to that? Yashivo Tayosam. How did it become like that? It should be Yaha Shivo, right? What happened there?
Can I answer?
Who is this? Can I answer? Which
Sir,
is this?
Punyashri.
Punyashri, go ahead.
Sir, if it's Yah Shivo, it will be wrong. Instead of Yah Shivo, we have used Yah, Ha and Ya and Ha. Ha with a stroke. So.
Ha with the stroke. Okay. Okay, we will see. Any other answers? Anika, you want to tell answer for this? Yes, Shivo. Tayo Sams. No problem, Karna. Very good. Aditya, you are unmuted. You want to tell anything on this? Yes, Shivo or Yaha Shivo? Tayo Samsmaranat or Tayoho Samsmaranat? Which is correct, Karna? Aditya? Tayoho. Okay. Ansita also told, I don't know, sir. Okay, no problem. Okay, so we will come to this. See, similarly, there is one more here called Sarvato Jayamangalam. Okay, so there are a few rules. Similarly, Shivo Nama Rupabhyam. Shivo is there. This would have been Yaha Shivaha Nama Rupabhyam. Pumsam Sarvataha Jaya. It has become Sarvato Jaya. So here we are looking at three types of changes to the visarga which are happening. So first one, Yaha Shivo, when we pronounce it together in one breath or one stroke, we would use Yaha Shivo would become Yashivo, it will become. Okay. Similarly, Yaha Shivaha Nama will become Yashivo Nama Rupabhyam. Right? So we should know that. First is the Visarga in Yashivo is becoming a Shambhu Shakara. The Visarga in Shivaha Nama is becoming a O Shivo, it is becoming. Similarly, in Tayo Samsmaranat, what happened is it became Sakara. It didn't become Shakara. Just because that Samsmaranat was there, it became Tayo Samsmaranat Pumsam. And the last one was similar to Yashivo. Sarvatah Jayamangalam became Sarvato Jayamangalam. Okay. So here we are seeing three important types. So I will quickly again tell. If we have to split this shloka and tell, it will be Yaha Shivaha Namarupabhyam Ya Devi Sarvamangala Tayoho Samsmaranat Pumsam Sarvatah Jayamangalam. If we split word by word, but when you are telling together, how we will pronounce it is Yashivo Namarupabhyam. Single breath when we are telling together, we have to tell it like this. Yashivo Namarupabhyam. Shivo is Dirgha, so we have to tell two matra kala. Yashivo Namarupabhyam Ya Devi Sarvamangala Tayo Samsmaranat Pumsam Sarvato Jayamangalam. So these are the points. We have seen three aspects of Visarga. Conscious of time. It is already 7 minutes more. Tomorrow we will again continue with Visarga. Visarga again is an important aspect. How it modifies itself. There are a few 7-8 types which we will see. First time when we are listening, it may be new, it may be heavy. Just keep listening to this. The expectation in this class is we just listen. It has to fall into our ears. That's all. Slowly the understanding, slowly the implementation, everything will automatically happen. Our teachers are there. The best of teachers you have got. They will take you, handhold you during the main class and during the revision class also. Dhanyavadaha. Over to Usha Bhagini.
Dhanyavadaha Viswanatha Mahodaya. Samyak Asit, everything was wonderful as usual. It's a very usual thing for Vishwanath sir to present everything wonderfully and easy for the audience. So you are kids, so he's presenting it for so that you understand. So how much effort sir puts behind each work, I know. So you all have an advantage of listening to this at an early age, and I request you to yes, what he said lastly, keep listening. That's all. That is the most important thing, because knowledge is called Shruti in our dharma. So wonderful dharma is being imparted by vyoma-samskrta-pathasala. You are all lucky to be a part of this institution. Thanking sir, and let us continue tomorrow. So I will close this session with Prarthana. Today, Kshantavyam, my internet connection, Samyak Nasti, I'm on the mobile hotspot. That's why I'm not putting on the camera. That's it, Kshantavyam. Chinta Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaah go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Namo namaha. Ram 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 Sarvebhyah. Namo namaha to Vishwanath Mahodaya.
Ram 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 Sarvebhyah. Dhanyavadaha. Thanks for the
Ram
opportunity.
Ram.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram
Ram Ram. Dhanyavadaha. Shigram milamaha.
Punarmilamaha.
Punarmilamaha. Shvaha milamaha.
Mahoday.
Dhanyavadaha.
Ruchikaram-asit.
धन्यवादा भवत्याः श्रवणेनैव रुचिकरं जातं धन्यवादाः धन्यवादाः धन्यवाद कौशिकी धन्यवाद अमोघ धन्यवाद श्वः मिलामः श्वः प्रातः एवमेव मिलामः प्रायेण शीघ्रमेव आगमिष्यामि अस्तु राम राम राम
राम राम राम विश्वनाथ महोदय राम 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 उषा शंकर
राम 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 धन्यवाद अमोघ राम 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 मिलामः राम राम राम